Hey, hi friends. Welcome back to the new session of Linux resume preparation. So, guys, if you remember in the previous session, we have discussed how to prepare your resume for a fresher and for a 2 years of experience candidate, right? So, in today's session, I am going to show you how to prepare a Linux resume, or you can say Linux administrator. Okay, and even a production support engineer or application support engineer can also use this resume to get shortlisted for the interview, right? So friends, let me show you how to prepare resume for a 4 years of experience guy. Okay, and what all things you need to put in your resume so that easily you will get shortlisted, right? And but guys, those who are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, friends. So let's get started because, as I said, time is money for us. So friends, here you can see clearly in the previous session also I have explained that resume heading will be your certification. So if you have done, suppose if you're going for a Linux administrator job, so I would suggest please do some kind of a certification. So it will be segregate you from the bunch of people or from the majority of the crowd. Okay, so easily you'll get shortlisted. Even in the right when if you upload this resume in the Naukri, they are if see, the HRs, those guys are not technical guys. Okay, they are just looking for some kind of a keyword. If they are looking for a resume or the candidate who is certified, okay, so those guys will shortlist first. So your chances of getting shortlisted will be more, or the probability will be more compared to a guy who is not certified. Okay, so here you can see I did already certifications, but it was 2 years back, and RHCSA Red Hat certification will be valid for 3 years. So yeah, okay. So if you have done, then it's well and good. If you have not done, then I would suggest please go ahead and do it. Okay. And here you can see, guys, at the header of this resume, you can mention there are different resume format will be different, but please make sure you should mention in the header section your certification, so it will be easily identified. This is my strictly suggestion for you. Please do it like that. After that, your name, your phone number, your email ID, so that if the employer means the organization want to communicate with you, so they can easily communicate with you. And if you have two numbers, so make one number as your primary number, other number as your secondary number. It's totally up to you. Okay, and the most important part is this part. As I said, the summary will should not be very lengthy. It should be very short and crisp. Okay, please make sure. So you should just mention that what is your current designation. Okay, that what at what role you are working on and what all technology or the technology stacks. The majority, the major, like suppose if I mention here Linux or AWS or Azure, right? And DevOps tools. Okay, so it covers everything. So those guys will understand. Don't worry about that one. And your experience and your designation, current designation that you can mention over here. And then finally, where you are located and a little bit about that why you want to into this IT industry, the objective. Okay. So later on, this is the most important part. Again, I'll tell you in the previous session also, I have explained you that where you need to mention the technical proficiency. Technical proficiency means your technical skills or technology stacks, what you have worked on or what all technology you know. Suppose if from past I am having almost 12 years of experience, so from past 6 years I am, or 6, or you can say around 7 years I'm working as a DevOps engineer. Previous when I started my, as I said before also, as application support, then purely into your Linux administrator and a VMware administrator, then later on I have worked as a cloud administrator, and then I started using DevOps tools, right? So here you can see the thing what I am highlighting over here, the current tools which I am using now. Okay, those things like DevOps, CI/CD tools, what all tools I have using not only with my current organization or in my past organization. Those things I have highlighted here. So just categorize things so it will be easily for an interviewer to identify, no, this guy knows these many technology stacks, means he knows DevOps tools, he knows scripting also. In suppose scripting, here also I can mention Python. So still, I have not mentioned. See, at the same time, guys, I am strictly telling you, please don't mention something which you are not confident at. Okay. So if you know each and everything, so to be very honest with you, I have worked with Python, but not extensive at my experience level. I could have mentioned here also, but I have worked on Python. Okay. So I can mention Python over here. So I'm still working on Python. My current project is purely on Python. So later on, because once I will complete that project, okay, then I'll mention Python. So again, don't fall in the trap of an interviewer where they will drag you. Okay, if you mention something which you don't know, be honest with yourself, mention those things only which you know. Okay, operating system, I have worked on almost all the flavors, because I have not mentioned so many things over here, because see, it will be a bulky and it will be difficult for the interviewer to read also. For me, don't copy things, but just I'm giving you a kind of a reference with my resume, that how you need to prepare your resume. If you know some kind of a database, you need mention those database configuration management tool. If you know Ansible, Puppet, Chef, or anything, you can mention those things. Cloud infra means what all cloud you have worked on, web server, what all web servers you have worked on, physical server knowledge. Somebody was asking in the live streaming session in last time. So see, these are the physical server which I have worked on. And virtual server, what is the difference between physical and virtual server? So guys, I have already uploaded a video in my Linux complete course. Let me show you. So friends, here you can see, this is one of my playlist which is very popular. Okay, where you can go and Linux 100 plus real time scenario based interview question and answer. So here you will not get that answer. I think Prabhu was asking in the last live streaming session, guys. I would say please go to my playlist. You will get most of your answer. That is for sure. This is Learn Corporate Linux, scratch to advanced level, my friend. So here in this playlist, you will get your answer, Prabhu. Okay, what is the difference between a virtual server, where I have explained, right? What is a hypervisor and everything, right? And to this answer you will get 100%. So let me come back to the point over here. So you mentioned those things only which you know. So I have very extensive knowledge or versatile knowledge in, I think, almost all the technologies. Take few of them I have not mentioned because this is not my up to date resume. So whatever things you know, okay, please mention those things and you should be confident with that one. Now I'll directly jump into the point over here for a 4 years of experience. If you guys remember in the previous session, I have explained this was my first company where I have worked almost 2 years. Okay, and as a you can say operation engineer, that was my final designation. And then I left that organization because of the career growth. Okay, and here you can see, guys. After that, I was purely into as a Linux administrator job. See, application, if you are going for application support or a production support also, there also you have Linux commands or a Linux administrator job. It's a mixed kind of a role, okay, where you'll get a chance to work on application as well as in the operating system. But here you can see clearly, so I would suggest just at the top make a column like this and a row like that, that where you have mentioned what organization, your organization name you just mention over here, right? And then the project, what project you have worked on. Role means what is your role in that organization, and when you exited from that organization, what was your designation, that you need to mention. Role or a designation will be same here. The client, please make sure whenever you are mentioning a client, please don't mention to everyone because that is very confidential thing. And duration, till what duration you have worked on. As I said, in this organization also I have worked on around 2 years. So that is the duration. And this is, if you see in the previous resume, the difference here, I have not mentioned any kind of a description. Okay, so if you can see, but later on I have added that part. Okay, what is this USSD and IBMP? So you need to give a description, you need to give a what I said, the project or the product Okay, whatever the product or the application you are working, please make sure give a small description, because then only a interviewer will understand, no, this guy has a genuine experience and he really worked in a project. So here you can say I have worked on HP internal project products are there. These are the HP internal products where I have worked on. These are like, and it was like there was a 24 into 7 support for Windows and Linux server, physical and virtual server, okay, for storage and networking, right? But the most important thing is this, okay? So here you need to mention your roles and responsibility, my friend. So you can see clearly that I have mentioned that troubleshooting, monitoring incidents, and service requests. So if you are working as a Linux administrator, this is 100% is your cup of tea. Okay, so every time you are going to deal with incidents, you are going to deal with service request or some kind of a request to for the implementation. And again, because when you are at an experience of 3 years or a 4 years of experience, right? So then you are going to manage as a L1 and L2 tickets. Okay, and using the tools like service anywhere is nothing but it's similar to snow. Service now and service anywhere are both same tool. There will be in, or it depends upon organization to organization. They have different set of tools, so there was a different tool for them, okay, and that is HPUT, and this is as per, and this is as per SLA, means this will be there, because see, SLA is very, very important. Again, I'll tell you, because that is going to tell you that when you are going to work on a ticket, the priority of the ticket. Okay, so that is a kind of agreement. Okay, service layer agreement or something like that. Okay, where you need to mention that, okay, I am going to resolve a P1 ticket, or I am going to give attention of P1 ticket, right, within 15 minutes. So that is called the SLA. Okay, and again the P2 ticket, what time? Okay, so you need to react. Okay, and P3 ticket, P4 ticket, like that. So that is a kind of a agreement with the client, or if it's an internal project with the other teams also, that if any incident will happen, or if it's a P1, then you need to immediately respond. The time. Okay, the turnaround time. TAT we used to call it. Okay, that comes under SLA, my friend. Okay, and the other part is building physical and virtual servers and supporting end-to-end process. Physical servers will be, I think nowadays it's not going for you guys. Okay, so virtual servers, it will be basically, earlier, as I said, I was using VMware vSphere as a client to log into the virtual servers, VMware servers. Okay, and now cloud is there to launch an instance. What are these instances? These instances are nothing but these are your virtual servers. So ultimately, these virtual servers are going to use a space. Okay, from somewhere, from the cloud. Okay, so that is a different topic itself, how a virtual servers uh, created or get created. Okay, and from where it's taking space. Okay, so that is a different thing that I'll explain you anyways in the AWS series. Don't worry about that one. That depends upon your storage, elastic block storage, or a, right, EBS or EFS, right? Objective storage or a block storage. Okay, so that is a different thing. But for you, if you want to know, I have already told you. You can go through that playlist and you can see that what is the difference between a physical and a virtual server. Okay, and monitoring system performance issues, like, see, now earlier there was very less tool in the market at our time, right? So now you have heard, this is what I was talking about in my all the sessions continuously. Monitoring system performance means what? Your processes, right? Your Java processes, your application, right? If you are running some kind of application, right? It's taking too much of memory or a CPU, right? Or if some of your disk gets full, so how you are going to monitor those things? So earlier there will be different tools, but now Grafana normally we use it. Okay, and Grafana is like it's used for this. This comes under metrics monitoring, my friend. Okay, memory, CPU, disk by, and some means uh, few organization has their own tools also. So in HP, I was using their internal tool. Okay, that is you will get if organization has their own tool, you are going to use that one. If some kind of a open source tool will be there, that you are going to use that one. But the feature and the working principle will be same. Okay, they are going to monitor the performance monitor. Okay, and with the top command also you can see in your Linux system that how to monitor your performance related issues. Okay, NFS will be there. These are the things it comes under like how to configure a NFS from the server side and client side, how to configure a Samba, Auto FS, right? CIFS. These things comes under purely a Linux administrator. I have already videos of this one, so you can go through this video if you want to go in depth and want to learn really. Okay, so basic networking with knowledge of DNS, because DNS issues are more where we need to see that if you run a NS lookup command, IP to host, host to IP, right? So these things you need to mention. If suppose you are trying to see the other server IP is resolving or not in your environments. If it's not resolving, then you need to look on what all things. Don't worry about that one. Like in the 80 question, Linux 100 plus interview question and answer, these things only will come how to troubleshoot this issue. I'll explain you. Okay, manage FTP like create, delete, modify user account information. So first you need to learn what is a FTP server, how what is FTP client, right? How to configure, then you'll understand better that how you can create, delete, modify your user account, configure LVM and managing the volumes. I have already explained these one things. Okay, manage and maintain backup by using tar, zip and zzip, right? So please go through this playlist, my friend. This is going to help you very, very. This is learn corporate Linux. Again, I'll tell you, learn corporate Linux. Just remember this playlist and go through this playlist, you will get every answer. Okay, whatever just now I am explaining over here. So yeah, this is accountable for user administration. Even in Linux 100 plus interview question and answer, I have explained this one. Adding, creating new user groups and set up home directories and appropriate, right? Installing packages, yum and rpm will be Red Hat package manager will be there. I have also explained how to configure your yellow dog updater modifier, right? So these things. So somebody was asking me, sir, how to update patching, and also first, friend, you need to configure your yum. So please go through my that playlist. You will come to know how to configure a yum, and you will get your answer 100% immediately. Okay, everything is there, and if it is not there, please let me know in the comments. I'll definitely going to help you guys. Creating and managing users and group. This is also there, right? Hands-on hardening security. This is something earlier, but now this is not there. Earlier, what for the security reasons for a virtual machine. So now we get predefined templates, right? So where your operating system will be there, your web server will be there, and your database will be there. It's a package, right? That is what I told you. What is if you do, okay, if you see a Docker image nowadays, so everything will be packaged into a single image. But earlier what happened is, like, you create a virtual machine, it will be like your physical server only, but it's a virtual server with all the configuration what a physical server is having. Okay, and in that one, then you need to install on top of that your operating system, and on top of that you need to do all set of basic network configuration. You need to do all your LDAP configuration, you need to do your DNS configuration, you need to do your application configuration. Everything you need to do, then only that virtual server will be get ready, or your virtual machine will be get ready. After that, the because audit purpose, every organization do auditing. Okay, so for that they do some kind of a security checks. Okay, so for that we do hardening. So we'll put some kind of a security checks, or it will be a full configuration that, see, you cannot put everything anywhere, right? So you need to go, if you go to airport, I will just give you an example. If you go to airport, you cannot put everything in your baggage, right? So same way, there is some rules, right? Policies. So those policies we need to implement in your virtual server, in your virtual machine. Okay. Even now also the way changed. Okay. But you guys will not believe, organizations are investing billions and billions of dollars for the security. If they are not compliant with the security, they are going to lose their money. Audit purpose, all banking domain has to do security. If you are going for a banking domain, so guys, this is that is what there is a term. If you guys have heard DevSecOps, what is this? Somebody, people don't know anything. Okay, I am telling you, I am not sure. Some of the YouTubers are there who don't know anything. They just say that DevSec is nothing. DevOps is one thing, and DevSecOps means that comes your security. Okay, you should know how to implement your policy to make your environment better for audit purpose. If you, those guys who have really worked in an organization, they know what a security means. Okay, I'm not going into the depth of that one. Okay, but to let you know, so that comes under hardening, my friend. That is called securing your Linux server. How you are going to secure your Linux server. Okay, working on building physical ILOs. These are something, when I was working with the physical server, when we need to configure ILO, there is a utility also. I was directly logging that. Those days are just awesome, my friend. Okay. So I have worked with how to configure the BIOS. Physical servers I used to configure. RAID we need to configure. Nowadays we don't get this thing. Your firmware we need to update everything. Demi- Decommission of physical servers and virtual server. There is a process. There will be a standard operating process how you are going to decommission your physical server and a virtual servers. So we need to raise a request, a service request, and then it will be go to for the network. First, it will go to the networking team. It will free up your IP. Then it will go to a storage team. They are going to just detach the storage. Okay, like that there will be an entire process, and finally it will come to the Linux team, and we need to shut down all the services, and after there will be a cooling period. After that, your Linux server will be get shut down. So I have gone through everything, my friend. And the technology what I have supported during this period is AD services and DNS servers. Linux technology, like as I said, I have worked with almost all the flavors. So I started with four, five. You guys in the previous session I have explained. Here I worked with six, seven, and like that. And what all tools? These are some of HP internal tool, HPSA, Hewlett Packard software automation tool. This is also similar to like Ansible. So that time only I have worked on this kind of a tool. So you guys can understand, right? And it is similar to Puppet and Shape. It was there, okay. HP sim, but later on HP got splitted up. Okay, there was a different whole story. If you guys want to listen from me, I'll explain you those things. Okay, in the live streaming session, HP sim is something hardware monitoring thing. Tool was there. HP site scope is a matrix monitoring similar to like your Grafana. It was, these are the internal. So it depends upon organization to organization, guys. So, guys, yeah, this is how you can prepare your resume for a 4 years of experience. If you want to add any additional thing, you can add in this one. And yeah, so guys, and at the same time, I'll tell you that those guys who are becoming member of or joining my channel, so in the weekdays, I'm going to come, okay, for them, because you guys know I'm a working professional. I don't get very too much time like others, okay, and I'm handling a team also, right? So in that case, guys, I'm definitely those who will be becoming a member of my channel. I'm going to help them to prepare their resume, not only for a Linux administrator, for a VMware administrator, for a cloud administrator, and also for a DevOps engineer. Because after this, my resume was absolutely changed. Now I've started my journey with the cloud, and then all DevOps tools are mentioned. So this was the, like you can say, Linux is a base. Again, it was there. There are few things I used to mention, but most in the, like in the next slide where I have to mention. So this is, I think, till I can say the pure work, the purely work is dedicated for the Linux. Then later on, when I started with a cloud administrator, there the work of Linux job will be less. Okay, so this is why I told you, if you want to move your career forward, if you are coming from a background of application support or production support, please move towards DevOps engineer. That suits you very much, and you can pursue anything. You can become a developer automation. That is what I am doing now. You Python you can learn, and ultimately you become a developer. You know already the operation thing, and you become a developer. Okay, so that will be easier for you to go up the mountain. Don't go down the mountain. Okay, down the hill, always go up the hill. So if you want to take my suggestions and all, you can join my live streaming or you can join my membership. I'll come and even I'll guide you for your career. Okay, I do career counseling also. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest update. Just stay tuned to my channel. Just do take care of your loved ones. Till then, Jai Hind and bye bye, friends.